13-year-old boy was fatally stabbed during a physical altercation with a group of youths as he was getting food at a Chick-fil-A restaurant. The incident occurred outside the fast food chain at around 5:40 p.m. on Wednesday the 11th of January, near the intersection of Flower and 7th Streets in downtown Los Angeles, California. Police officers spotted a number of teenage boys fighting and stepped in to defuse the situation and discovered that Marco Murillo had been stabbed in the stomach. Officers provided medical assistance to Marco until an ambulance arrived and rushed him to a nearby hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Authorities said that Marco and the suspect had gotten into a verbal argument that turned physical. During the dispute, the suspect stabbed Marco with an unidentified cutting instrument. The suspect ran from the scene, eastbound on 7th Street. Marco's mother, Lorena Lopez, said her son was at Chick-fil-A and was approached by a group of male teenagers and was stabbed. She was not aware of her son knowing the teenagers before he was attacked. "As far as I know, my son's never seen these guys a day in his life. I've never seen them," she said. Marco's aunt, Alexis Lopez, said that Marco was a good kid, with good intentions and a good soul. Amanda Patterson, a family friend, said he was so loved. He was 13 and so helpful and wonderful. "Whoever did this, I would hope they would turn themselves in. It's the right thing to do," she said. "The mum doesn't deserve to bury her 13-year-old son." Police have identified 2 juvenile suspects who were allegedly involved in the fatal stabbing who were wanted by police. Police said that one of the suspects was handcuffed. However, the unidentified person got away after another teen swung a skateboard at the officers while they were performing CPR on the victim, and in the commotion, the person in cuffs was able to escape. The individual with the skateboard was detained by officers. The police released a description of the handcuffed suspect that escaped, saying he is said to be a white or Hispanic teenage boy, aged between 14 and 17, and is of medium height and build. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Two emergency medical services workers are accused of killing a patient in their care after responding to a medical distress call. At 2:25 a.m. on the 18th of December, Peter Gadigan and Peggy Finley are called to a home at 1116 North 11th Street in Springfield, Illinois. They're seen on body cam placing 35-year-old Earl Moore Jr., who was in distress, face down on a gurney and then tightening straps across his back. He was transported to the HSHS St. John's, where he died in the emergency room at 3:14 a.m. that morning. An autopsy found that the cause of his death was compressional and positional asphyxia, due to him being in a prone face-down position on a stretcher with straps across his back. The pair were arrested on the 9th of January and were charged with murder. They're both held at the Sangamon County Jail, with bail set at $1 million each. They both face up to 60 years in prison if found guilty. Their employer, Lifestar Ambulance Service, declined to comment on the situation. A man is accused of dragging an 87-year-old woman across the floor and using her as a mop to clean up dog urine. 56-year-old Leonard Irvin Wayne Tucker of Pensacola, Florida, was arrested on the 5th of January and is charged with elderly abuse. Leonard's been living with the woman as a paid carer since 2018 and has been a family friend since the 1990s. The incident, which reportedly occurred on the 20th of November last year, was fully captured on video. Leonard returned home from the grocery store and became angry with the woman and slapped her in the face. As the woman tries cleaning the floor with paper towels, Leonard gets frustrated and grabs her by the arm, pulls her to the floor and spins her body around. Leonard then held her by the ankles while pushing her body back and forth over the wet patch on the floor. He then dragged her by the ankles around the living room before releasing her and walking back into the kitchen. As she got up off the floor, her shirt was visibly wet and family members were contacted, who immediately removed her from the home. Video 10 days later shows bruising on the woman's arms and buttocks. Family members told deputies they're unaware of any previous incidents between Leonard and the woman. On the 9th of January, Leonard was released from the Escambia County Jail on an unspecified bond. He's scheduled to appear in court on the 27th of January. Leonard has previously spent 11 years in state prison from 2005 to 2016 on a homicide manslaughter charge, which stemmed from a house fire in Navarre, Florida in January of 2004, where his living boyfriend, 41-year-old William Silkowski Jr., was found dead in his burned bedroom. 20-year-old Emma Rose Adams of Columbia, Missouri, is behind bars after being accused of murdering a man and burning his body outside her home. On Tuesday, the 10th of January, The mother of a University of Missouri student called authorities to request a welfare check on her son. The woman said she had not spoken to her son since Monday at 10:30 p.m. Officers checked the man's dorm room in Hudson Hall and could not find him. Security cameras at the dorm showed the man getting into a rideshare on Monday at 10:40 p.m. Police said they contacted Uber and found the man's last location matched an address at 2416 Bentley Court in Columbia. At that address, police found a human body smouldering in the fire pit. Police approached Emma and asked who was in the burn pit, when she replied to arresting officers that he was beating me. Authorities said that Emma confessed to stabbing the man in self-defense. The name of the victim has not been released. She is held at the Boone County Jail and is charged with murder, armed criminal action, tampering with evidence and abandonment of a corpse.